It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and it's day one in Chula Vista. This is a groundbreaking that's a little bit unique for us because we're actually doing the demo. Normally the demo's done when we get here, so you don't get to see what it looked like before. So we have all of these freeway daisies, agave attenuatas. You can see that Greg is actually cutting one of these attenuatas because we're going to use these in the landscape, just not necessarily where they're sitting right now. So when you take an agave attenuata and you cut it like this, it's very warm today, so we're going to place this in the shade, and in a couple of days this wound will harden and then we can just stick it right back in the ground.
Why would you
Oh, we will put it in the shade because since it's recently been cut, it's more prone to burn from sun. So if it's warm, you want to make sure that you harden your plants off in the shade before you reset them in sunny, hot conditions. So that's all there is to that. Then what we'll do with the stump is just dig it out and throw it away. But this is how we size our attenuatas and other large succulents. Cut off their heads, stick them back in the ground. Okay. This aloe arborescens, also we will be cutting this up for parts and resetting some of the prettier pieces. This Mediterranean fan palm will stay, so you can all exhale on that. And then over here, we've got the dreaded birds of paradise and some shrubs, you know, just your usual suspects. These are all coming out. We have hidden here a beautiful Baccarnia recurvata that we're going to dig out because I would like to stage this plant probably over there to balance that Mediterranean fan. So this looks pretty small, but I think you're going to see at the end of the day when we get all the plants out, not only is this yard going to look a lot better with all of this gone, but it's really going to be a lot bigger than it looks. So for Team DFS, and we've got some new faces for you to meet on this job. We'll catch you on the flippity. It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day two in Chula Vista. And no, y'all ain't tripping. We just didn't have a whole lot going on at the end of business yesterday. It was still just the hottest of messes. But so much progress at the end of day two, right? I mean, look at the expanse like I talked about. You know, it was going to look a whole lot. Excuse me? Quiet on the set. It's going to look a whole lot bigger and a whole lot better. We have buried so many bodies in here, you guys. I mean, like, what was the count? 24? Yeah. So, made for a nice mound. Take a look at all of the bird of paradise roots. Now, yesterday we took an entire dump trailer, as you know, those of you that watch on Instagram, yeah, overflowing. Two big dump trailers of crap yesterday. This is just finished detail work in here today. The Baccarnia recurvata has been excavated and it is just fabulous. I'm still not exactly sure where I'm going to put this bad boy, but tomorrow, day 3, will be the day that I'll make that decision. The bird of paradise should be illegal. I'm just going to leave that there. Over here, you can see that Caesar from Sun Valley delivered some really beautiful plants. We've got our aloe bainsii. This is a little bit of a challenge because the clients didn't want anything spiky, with the exception of 3-barrel cactus. I got away with that, but they didn't want anything else, you know, like no pachypodiums, no aluaudias. So I was a little limited, but I do have a really cool aloe ferox that I'm hoping I can get away with, and all of our other usual suspects. Look at the color on these Luciae. So fantastic. We got another Mangave Spotty Dotty and some other varieties. And then I've got also a bunch of plants coming tomorrow. Where that giant palm, the Mediterranean fan, was in the corner over there that they didn't like, I'm putting in Petalanthus bracteus. So that's the idea there, to give them some height against that fence without it being, you know, like so heavy with this type of tree. So because of the way this property is laid out, there was a lot of soil that was brought in before the original landscape went in, and it created a really massive kind of drop. So what I'm going to do is my dry stack all along this edge that we've cut out, getting higher and higher and higher as we go down, 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 down. And then in front, I'm just going to do whatever landscape top dressing that I choose. And then behind it, of course, will be mounds and all kinds of wonderful things. But I didn't want a lot of runoff, or any runoff for that matter, onto the sidewalk. And because this is such a narrow space, this was my solution. And I think it's going to look really, really pretty. I'm excited to work it out. We'll just have to see. But oh my gosh, 2 days with like 6 people just digging and digging and digging. Yeah, and we have Vito, a new volunteer. We've got our new guy Nate.
Poor Vito, we brought him in on.
Yeah, our volunteer Vito came in on day 1 ground break. So we threw him against the wall, and I'll be darned if he didn't stick. He's coming back for more tomorrow. What else can I tell you? Greg is in the process of repairing a lot of irrigation, in extricating all of the yucky plants. Some risers were busted, pipes were broken, so he's just going through and fixing everything. Yeah, we had a big geyser here. That's what those blue flags are in the landscape, is indicating irrigation. And it was on a spray. The soil is so saturated, and of course we are capping all of that and going with subterranean drip, which will be so much more efficient. So yeah, you know, quite a difference, isn't it? All nice and clean. And like I said, tomorrow we'll begin laying in some of the bones of the installation. Hey Nate,
yes. Say
hi to YouTube.
Hello YouTube.
Yes, everybody say hi to Nate.
You have a mic on, don't forget.
Yes, I have a mic on, but say hi to Nate. Nate is our fresh meat, and we are oh so excited to have him. He is an extraordinarily hard worker, so
Oh, baby.
kudos. Yeah, detail, detail, detail. Okay, so that's all I got for today. Thanks you guys so much for tuning in and following along on this project. We hope to be out of here on Friday, and a business Friday is the goal. So wish us luck. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with day 1 and 2 combined, and your succulent tip of the day in Chula Vista. Bye guys.